Good afternoon, everyone present in this room discussing a very important, pertinent topic of how do we conserve and how do we better manage our most important resource, that is water. Thank you, sir, for laying the context and uh, bearing it for me to further build it upon as to how do I see being the municipal commissioner of Varanasi. Uh, so, what issues and why water as a issue in totality is raising the hackles of people in the city, and not just in Varanasi, I believe in many of the cities across India. Uh, well, as a municipality, our prime function is providing for the services. It's the government service provider. It's enabler of various services that are provided by even the private parties. And if any resource that's the common denominator of all these services, if I'm to isolate one, then that has to be water. What's the issue? We know Varanasi, as sir said, we are not per se water deficient if we are to actually put it in terms of numbers, but how we have been able to use it over the years, what's been the policy way and execution part of it, the way we have gone about it, I think there comes the actual issue. So it's been 4 months since I've been there in this capacity. I've earlier also seen the rural aspect of it, where again inappropriate use of water has not just caused issues alarmingly, but for a city like Varanasi, which had groundwater levels, one of the very best in the country, we know it's synonymous with Ganga and another minor water resource, Varuna. And it has gone down so alarmingly that city area, along with around 40% of the rural area, has come in dark zone as per the categorization. So when that's the case, this makes us ponder as to where we have gone wrong. I think I look at it, if I'm to succinctly put it, it's a big topic, and we have experts who would talk about it in a better manner. But putting it crudely and putting it from someone who is there at the ground, I see it basically through these stakeholders' perspective. So one stakeholder is the provider, as to we can call it the government, we can call it the local administration, who the onus lies with them in management of the water resource in a manner, whether it be the water resource for drinking water, whether it be the grey water, whether it be the black water that comes out of it, and how we are managing it in the most prudent manner, so that whatever processes we are involving, they give us the best result. By processes, I mean conservation. By process, I mean water delivery. By process, I mean treatment of grey water, black water, how we are separately treating them, so all of them. And from the stakeholder, another stakeholder important is the customer, the citizen. How do they perceive water as a resource? And as was rightly pointed out by at the dais, that this hasn't really caught someone's attention as a resource that is considered to be sacred beyond the religious aspect of it. By sacred, I would mean that you have to associate that premium which it deserves, especially at this point in time. And whether we do it through a manner wherein they are held accountable by putting in smart meters, wherein they are held accountable by making them have the right connections, even for the disposal of their grey and black water. So there are a couple of aspects to it. So I think these two stakeholders, important stakeholders, bring the whole story together. So when we talk about from government's point of view, we all understand roughly as to what the paradigms are. I think there are 4 or 5 important domains that a smart water network would entail, whether it be physical aspect of it, the pipeline, the walls, the pressure walls, all this system, the reservoirs, everything. This has evolved over a certain period, and I'll tell you from my experience in Varanasi that since we all know cities evolve, there cannot be a point in time wherein a perfect system was laid out. The systems got added. But the addition, the sigma of the additives that were done for increasing area over the years hasn't really added up. In fact, it has caused more problem. Why do I say that? I'll take a small example. From 2008, around 486 kilometers of pipeline was laid in a part of Varanasi, major part of Varanasi. And today, when we stand 12 years later, around 11 years later, around 40% of the pipeline has come to be defunct for various reasons. The laying part, the technique involved, over the years, how we have gone to take care of it. So that's how it has happened. Similarly, a very recent project, again, in the other part of the city, wherein we constructed 31 OSTs, and the idea was to use the surface water and get the water delivered to households. So there again, because of improper science, technology involved, and we have to keep in mind the fact that the ultimate deliverer on the ground, technique-wise, is a person from State Department. And for XYZ reasons, the delivery has been hitherto poor. So when we talk about the physical aspect of it also, then also we need to keep in mind that we are juxtaposing something that we understand in theory with something that already exists in the ground. So what best bang for the buck can we have in introducing specific interventions, whether it be improving our feeder main, whether it be improving our branch system, for us to, because ultimately money is also a resource, which is a limited resource. So what we put gets the best result for us when we talk about the physical structure. The rest of the layers, I believe, are still more doable in terms of data management, data accessibility, data analytics, communications of getting these data from these sources to a central point wherein not only the real-time management of water as a resource is happening, but also the design interventions that are to be done over the years is to be done. So I think when we propose a plan, that should always keep in mind the fact that we are doing a patchwork for the city that already exists. Now, how diligently and how surgically we are able to do that would basically essentially define as to how really we would be able to implement this smart water network in a city which are for a city like Varanasi several thousand years old, and which has system several hundred years old. I mean, British systems basically. So not further adding onto it, I think that's the problem statement that the House has as per me, and there I leave it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.